Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have André. André is from Cape Town in South Africa. So let's see what André has to say. Enjoy the interview. Can
Can
you
you hear
hear
me
me?
now?
Oh, yes, now I can. Yes. Hello, André. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, William?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for taking the time this evening for the interview. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
Amazing. So tell me, how was your day today?
Um, it was a good day. Yeah, it was a very productive day. Yeah, got lots done. I was lucky to have my car serviced today, so now she's driving almost like a new car. Yeah, but it was a good day. It was actually very hot here today. We had like 34 degrees weather.
Wow. So tell me, where are you from?
So I am from obviously South Africa. I would moved from Cape Town. I don't. You've obviously heard about Cape Town, so you know about Cape Town. Um, about 6 years ago, we moved out of the city, and then we moved to a very small farming like community where there's about 12,000 people. Um, yeah, so it's very small. We basically have one traffic light, uh, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's really cool. It's very like community orientated, very small kind of environment, farming village. Yeah.
So you were originally from Cape Town.
Yes, yes. Born in Cape Town. Then from Cape Town, we moved to Johannesburg area. And then I did my schooling there, primary school, high school. And when I was done with school, the first opportunity I got to move back to Cape Town, I just took it. Yeah. And I just came back. You know, when you sort of know where you like belong, and
Yeah.
you are naturally drawn back to that part of your country. Yeah, which is cool.
Amazing. And what do you do for work, for living, Andre?
So I do a couple of things. I'm one of those people that I can't just do one thing. So 99% of my time I am a ballroom and Latin American dance coach. Yeah, so that's quite cool. And then that brought me into designing dance costumes, and then obviously learning sewing and learning different like techniques and stuff. And then from there, about 6 years ago, I started my own swimwear brand. So yeah, that's been going for about 6 years, where we basically work on like speedos, thongs, trunks, briefs, that kind of stuff. And I do everything myself. So I cut everything, I sew everything, I pack everything, I market, I do everything.
So I guess I'm gonna receive one for me, special one, I guess, now in London, yeah?
Right. I've got family in the UK actually. So I mean, you must definitely let me know. Then I can send it via them. They're coming to come and visit in like September.
Oh, sweet. Andrea, so through the game, I'm gonna explore a little bit more about your career, about your business, and also about your life, okay?
Okay, cool.
So before we start our journey within the Magic Box, I would you like to tell me something interesting about yourself?
So something very interesting about myself that I don't think a lot of people know is I'm actually a qualified third dan in martial arts.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So not a lot of people know that.
So don't mess up with you, yeah? You're gonna be ready to fight back.
Exactly. Exactly.
Andre, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Yes, definitely. Let's go.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So this is my best friend, okay? Run upon questions. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to play a song now just for us to relax a bit before the first question, okay?
Cool. Let's go.
Let's do it. By the way, I'm so brave to be dancing in front of a professional dancer. My God.
You actually look like someone that is supposed to dance like salsa. You look like a salsa dancer today in your like dress shirt and your little waistcoat. Yeah, very salsa.
I'm from Brazil. You know, Brazilian people, we have, the dance in our blood. So it's dancing something that I love it. And so I think all Brazilian people, we have those, moves in our body, in our blood, for sure.
Yes. Samba. It's all just samba. Yes.
André, before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
All right.
First question for you is, what's your best friends? What do they do that comforts you the most?
My best friends. So, I think what's cool about having best friends is that no matter what, they'll always be there for you. You are always in a safe space, a non-judgmental space. People that actually know you, because I mean, we just show society what we want to show society. I think everybody does that. And what is nice is with best friends or close friends, which are generally very few. Those are the people that you can just really just be that extra bit more vulnerable in yourself. Yeah.
And your best friends, they live in Cape Town as well, or different parts?
So my best friend, or my longest friend, she lives in New Zealand. We've known each other since the age of 14. We've been like this since the age of 14. I thought she was the girl that I was going to marry one day. Meanwhile, something else came out. But yeah, she is definitely longest friend, closest friend, someone that I can phone any time of the day. She will always pick up the phone no matter what. Yeah, that is definitely the longest friend and the person that like knows me the best.
Amazing. All right, next question.
Okay.
Okay, André from South Africa. Next question is, where do you want to be in 10 years time from now?
Hopefully retired. I don't actually mind where I am in 10 years time, to be honest, because I think we as like humans are like constantly evolving. We like grow on like a daily basis with like interactions with everybody around us. So some people, they've got like a plan that they want to do within their life. You want to be like financially stable, you want to have healthcare, you want to have a paid house, you want to have a paid car. That's just in like the like time era I grew up in. That was the stuff that there were things that you were supposed to have to be a successful adult. But I mean no one knows what being an adult is really, and it's just figuring it out as you go along. Sometimes you grow exponentially, then we have setbacks. So I mean, I don't really think I have like a set plan where I want to be in like 10 years. I just want to be healthy. That's it.
Amazing. I think without health, you cannot do anything. That's the main
Exactly.
main priority.
Exactly. Yes, you only have one trip in this vessel. You only have one trip in it.
Next one, André, let's do it.
Yes, come on, salsa.
Before the next question, tell me how dance came into your life, how the passion about dancing, professional dancing, started, and why the Latin music, Latin dance, why that?
Okay, so dancing has always been something that we've like done in our family. It was never a professionally trained kind of thing, but there was always music. There was always dancing on the back stoop next to the pool. There was always like a party and a braai, what we call here in South Africa. I don't know, you've obviously heard of a braai, barbecue. I think that's what they call it in the US. So I mean, dancing has always, or music has always been a part of my life since I can remember. Also growing up in the era of like MTV, so we were very exposed to like music videos and like artists and with that kind of stuff. I danced in high school for a year, specifically because of my best friend that's now living in New Zealand. He was the one that said, come, let's go take dance lessons. I'm like, no, what's this gay stuff? I'm not doing it. And then I did that in high school for about a year. And then when I moved to Cape Town, my sister saw this dance studio that is looking for dancers that they can train up so that they can teach.
Wow.
And she was like, okay, well, she made the appointment for me to go and see this people. I didn't want to do it. I was like, no, I don't want to dance. This is not what I can see myself doing. Meanwhile, I've always wanted to be like a backup dancer for some other major pop artist somewhere in the world. So I mean, dancing has always been there. And then the opportunity came. I started dancing, and I've been doing it since 2005.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's been a journey. Yeah. And then obviously Latin music immediately. I mean, all those like percussions and drumming. It's always been my.
Okay. Next question for you is: tell me, when was the last time that you cried and why?
So, being an empath, I connect with people really quickly, and also something that I'm not scared of crying. I think it's very healthy for you to cry, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from. Even if you cry by yourself in the bathroom, that's fine. It's good to get those emotions out. God, did I cry this week? I don't think so. I haven't cried this week yet, but last week definitely. Definitely. But I can't remember why, because it happens really quickly.
You just came, you cried a bit, and it's gone.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you just switch it on, switch it off, and then we move on.
Next question. Hey, André, next question for you is: what do you like the most about yourself?
What do I like the most about myself? I think I'm a very kind person. I'm a very positive person. I'm always smiling. I'm always cracking a joke. I think just being kind and being a good listener and understanding people. Yeah, that's definitely the best part about myself.
And the flip side, tell me something that you think, if you could change or improve, something that you could, it's for you find quite difficult to deal with about yourself, what that would be?
I wish I had the same amount of patience with myself than what I have with people around me.
Interesting.
Yes. Um, uh, I want everything always to be perfect. And something that's very interesting that my dance coach has been working on me on a personal level is to always remember that there is perfection in imperfection. Nothing is perfect. Perfect is a very overrated word, because what is perfect to me is not perfect to you and to the next person and to the next person. Yeah. So yeah, I think I would like to have a little bit more patience with myself.
Do you see some work in progress?
Definitely. Definitely. We're crying through it, but we're getting there.
Day by day, we get there.
Yes. Every day. It's a daily struggle.
Next question. Hey, André, next question is, tell me something that you won, something special, and how did you win it?
Something that I won. So I think something that I have achieved, let's say achieved in my life, at a very young age. I had the opportunity, when I was still doing martial arts, I had the opportunity to attend a world championships in Miskolc in Hungary.
Wow.
And I achieved a 4th and an 8th place at a world championship level. So I was very chuffed with myself at the age of 17 to do that, which was quite cool.
Wow. And how long
Yeah.
was your journey in martial arts?
From the age of 8 until I was 22.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know how long that it is. I'm not good with math. That's why I'm a dancer. I only count to 8.
Amazing. Next question. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Before the next one, tell me a little bit about your business, how the idea came along about swimwear, and also tell me how is running a business in Cape Town or in South Africa overall, in your opinion, since you started.
Okay, so the business that I have, the brand is called Voelverklikker. So if you direct translate it into like English, it means bird detector. So that like sort of like yeah, it's not as funny as what it sounds in Afrikaans, because it's like an Afrikaans pun. Yeah, but it's funny. How it started was I could never find something for myself and my husband that fits properly, that supports properly, that doesn't like squish everything flat and that kind of stuff. So I mean the whole design is basically is what based around a more fuller body aesthetic, and I wanted to do something for myself, but then also eventually it will turn around in like creating a return income. So started making stuff for friends and for myself, and via word of mouth it has obviously grown and it's spread within South Africa and internationally. We haven't shipped internationally yet, but I'm putting it out there. So I mean, it is going to happen. And having a business in South Africa, specifically swimwear, there was a phase, I'm calling it a phase, or there was like a boom in about 2015 to about 2017, where a lot of people started their own small online clothing brands. I luckily fell in that same sort of time frame. So it was like a sort of a booming market, not only internationally, But then I just brought it over to like South Africa and started doing my own thing, and things have grown, and I've met so many people just through this swimwear brand. It's actually unbelievable how like one thing can bring thousands of people to create like another sort of world within a world. Because I also say dancing is the same. Dancing is like a world within a world. And like everything that we do, people they do CrossFit. CrossFit is like a world within a world. People that like go to gym and this and that and that. Yeah. So I mean, I have definitely learned a lot about myself through this experience, and also have made such good and friends meeting people from all over the world by like standing in a Speedo. Yeah.
Amazing. Next question is, what did you want to be growing up?
So first thing that I wanted to be growing up is I wanted to be a backup dancer for like Britney Spears. So little boy in South Africa wanting to be a backup dancer for Britney Spears. She has always been my like idol and queen, and the person that like influenced me to dance as well. But from a schooling point of view, I always wanted to go and study psychology. I am very interested in the way how the human brain works, how people think, how people analyze, how people interact. But I do that as I'm dancing, because working with people one-on-one, you get to know them on a personal level, and people open up to you like this. It's actually quite interesting how quickly humans trust each other. Yeah.
Interesting. I love Britney Spears as well.
Right.
Have you been to her concert?
No, I was in Vegas 1 year, and that was when she had her residency. And they were closed for like a summer vacation kind of thing.
Oh.
Yes. But I mean, hopefully one day, if she decides to like come back, if she doesn't, that's fine.
She will at one point, for sure.
I think so.
I saw her in Lisbon in 2004 Onyx tour. You know the Onyx tour?
Yes, the Onyx Hotel tour.
Onyx Hotel. Oh my God. She's coming with a toxic, opening showed cocktails. Oh my goodness. It was the energy everywhere. I remember at the time I didn't have a smartphone. I just have a camera, and I finished the whole set of the camera in the first song.
Oh my God.
I would take every move she was doing. I was like, oh my goodness. It was like crazy. I never forget. Onyx Hotel tour. Yeah.
That is amazing. I would die. I kid you not. I would die.
Right. I have 3 questions left for you. Let's do it. Next question is, what was the biggest punishment you ever received?
I don't think I've ever experienced something that I would say is like a punishment. Yeah, it's more of a learning curve of like, okay, don't do that, do that. I won't say it's a punishment, but I would say it was a very big wake-up call for myself. To take back my own power as a person, for what I believe in, and for what I stand in, and for what I think or not think, or what I know I am worth. So I was in a work environment where I learned a lot of like business, but I do feel to some extent I was like taken like advantage of, and sort of milked for like every last drop. And that took me a long time to actually stand up for myself and say, you know what, this is this. I'm not going to take this any further. Thank you very much for everything, but I will be leaving. Yeah, it took me a very long time. 3 years. 3 years. It took me 3 years to go, okay, that's it. I've had enough. Yeah. I'm too nice. I'm too loyal.
2 questions left. Let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
Before the next question, as you mentioned about your husband, tell me how was growing up as a gay boy back in, South Africa, in Cape Town?
So I only came out when I was in my 20s, my like early 20s, 23, yeah. But I always knew that I was different, but I had no there was no like visual representation of what gay was, except Elton John and his massive sunglasses playing his piano. So I mean, that was the only thing that I sort of knew about. And then obviously 80s pop culture, Boy George Michael, Madonna. Those were the kind of young influences of me. Just seeing that, okay, but wait, that person is doing this and this and this, but my environment and my society says that is not allowed. So I mean, immediately you go, okay, wait, keep this inside. This is not a safe space. You sort of know as a kid. You know as a kid. You know when something is right and wrong without someone telling you right and wrong. But yeah, I think growing up as a kid, I had a very good childhood. I had a very supporting parents in like everything that I did. When I came out, there was some backlash. Just growing up in a very Christian environment, and by me taking my power back for myself, just telling my parents, but listen, I'm still the same person. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. I am just telling you, I'm just trying to let you understand that this is my love interest, and it's got nothing to do with anything else.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that was quite cool.
Hey, next question is, tell us something that you have done that you feel very proud of yourself.
So something that I recently have done that I'm feeling exceptionally proud about myself is I am getting on the competitive dance floor. So I am not just competing with my own clients and like coaching, but I have got my own dance partner now. Something that I should have done many years ago, but just never had the time actually. And now at the age of 40, I want to compete.
Well done. Amazing.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Ready for the last question?
Yes.
Let's do it. Last one.
Okay.
But before the last question, André, tell me through your career as a dancer, tell me a moment, an event that you're never going to forget, always going to have a special place in your heart, something that happened to you, something that happened through your career that you go like, you know what, that's something special.
So last year, I had the opportunity to meet the undefeated world Latin champion, Joanna Lunas. So it's someone that I have always looked up to as a person and as a dancer and as a performer and as a coach. And what was very emotional for me is we had like a class with her where we did some choreography, and then when we were done, there was like a small little meet and greet and speaking and chatting to them and all that kinds of stuff. And as I walked up to her, she like pointed at me and she said, "Oh, I remember your face from the class." So I was like, "Okay, so now you like standing in a class and there's like hundreds of dancers."
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Would you mind if I can like take like a photo with you and what?" And she's like, "Yes, yes, 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 yes. But before we do that, I just want to tell you, you're a phenomenal dancer and don't ever stop dancing." And I'm like, "Joanna, stop." And I just started crying.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
that
Wow.
was definitely the last big highlight, big sort of like thing that has happened where someone that you look up to actually recognizes you and sees you in a group of hundreds. I just want to cry now.
Oh,
Yeah, so yeah, that was a very special moment for me that I will always remember.
beautiful. Last question is, tell me, what's the first thing that you think when you wake up? Something that's always come to your mind.
So the first thing that I think of when I wake up is, how much time do I have before I need to start dancing?
Oh my God, that's amazing.
So that I know, okay, so within this time frame, I need to do X, Y, Z, that, and then we can go dance.
Amazing. Are you more a day or night person?
I'm more of a night person. I'm just naturally busier at night. Purely because my work hours is so late. Sometimes I will dance until 10 o'clock at night, and then I still need to travel back home, which is another hour's drive. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking.
Okay.
So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game. One word for politics.
Stupidity.
Okay. Religion.
Cult.
Family.
Love.
One word for life.
Joy.
Sex. No, sex.
Oh, sex.
Yeah.
More.
Please. One word for love.
Love.
Yeah.
Warmth.
Fear.
Obstacle.
Friendship.
Hugs.
Desire.
Desire. I've got no idea. Lust.
Okay. Regret.
Pass.
Success.
Comfortability.
Wish.
Can I have 3 of those?
Happiness.
Laughter.
One word for Cape Town.
Cape Town. Summer.
One word for South Africa.
Bushveld.
One word for Nelson Mandela.
Icon.
One word for dancer.
Timeless.
What's the name of your brand again?
The brand is called Voel Verklikker.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to say that, but if you could define the name of your brand, yeah, in one word, what that would be?
In one word,
Mm-hmm.
Comfortability.
Amazing, very good. Okay, let's pretend I'm going to meet your husband for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your husband, what is the most beautiful thing about André, and what's something that he still needs to work on, to improve on? What your husband would say?
So I think my husband would say that I am an exceptionally caring person, caring sometimes to the point of my own detriment. Where I will always place someone else ahead of me. Yeah.
All right. Let's play now, André, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before you ask me the question, tell me your top 3 favorite songs of Britney Spears.
I knew you were gonna ask this. So, top 3 songs of Britney is there's so many. There's not like top. Okay, so top 3 most known Britney songs, not just by Britney fans, but I think by everybody that knows Britney Spears, immediately will think of Toxic, Work Bitch, and Baby One More Time.
Give me baby one more time.
Yes, yes.
Amazing. I was about to ask you as well, if you could have the opportunity, as you said at the beginning of the interview, to when you were a child, to be a dancer, in a world tour with any superstars, I'm sure you choose Britney Spears, yes?
Definitely. Definitely.
Actually, so tell me one word for Britney Spears.
One word for Britney Spears: mother.
I had a few guests on the show actually who they are a big fan of Britney, and somebody said the same as well. Like she was like my mother raised me when I grew up.
Yeah, exactly.
You can ask me a question now, André.
So I was going to ask you actually, what is your go-to Britney song? But now I'm going to change my question. What do you do, or what is your go-to for relaxation?
Wow, I love the question. And the first thing that came to my mind is going to the cinema.
Really?
Yes, it is. I do actually. I go to cinema like every week, every weekend. I'm in the cinema. For some reason, I forget about the world. I forget about my life. I love movies, and when I'm there, trust me, I get into the movie, even though it is a kind of movie that's it's not. I'm very easy with movies, but when I'm there watching a movie, I get into the story. I get into it, and I feel relaxed. And when I'm going to the cinema, I feel very happy. And when I'm leaving as well, I feel like I had a therapy. I feel like I feel less stressed out, or I feel less. I could start my week now. It's something about going to the cinema, connecting with the story behind, or something that's in there. That's something that I'm gonna learn. I don't know. There's something about going to the movies that it relaxes me. It makes me feel relaxed about it. It's interesting, isn't it? And it's something
Yes.
that it's been happening for a few years actually. I realized that, and my friends. They know me very well. When they want to go to see a movie, they always contact me. Oh, yeah, let's go to see a movie. I know you like it. And I love it. And guess what? I go on my own a lot of times as well. Again, yes, it's never. I know friends that they cannot go on their own. They need to be with someone. And for me, I go. I like going with friends. I love it. But going on my own, it's just I feel like relaxed, and I just can enjoy the movie, and I'm in there. So yeah, I think now I'm sure going to the cinemas is a therapy for me that ends my week or starts my week in a very relaxing way, for sure.
That is so cool. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something.
It's like a safe space. Does it feel like a safe space to you?
I do, and I forget.
Do you think it's? Do you think it's something that is not just something that comes? This is now the psychology in me. Something that is. Was it something that you've always done since being like a kid in like Brazil, or is it only something that you've been doing since your like adult life?
Good question, and I can answer that straight away to you. The first time I went to the cinema, actually, the first movie I watched in the cinema back in Brazil was Miss Congeniality. Remember the first
Yes,
one?
with Sandra Bullock. Yeah.
Yes, the Bullock was the first one. I remember that. But actually, it's a good question. You made me think now. When I arrived in Portugal, when I moved to Europe, I was 19 years old, and I didn't have friends at the time. I didn't know anyone actually. So cinema for me was a way of me to, I don't know, was something to do it and to feel good about. I don't know. A good question made me think now actually. But I think since the time, okay, let's put it this way. Since the time I've been away from Brazil, I've been living on my own. I kind of didn't have plan A, just plan. No, I didn't have plan B, just plan A. You know, because I was away from my family. I think that was maybe a safe place to be. Maybe a place where I could just, you know, be there and enjoy the moments and forget about, you know, everything was happening outside my life. Could be good or bad, but something was happening there. I forgot. I was literally there in a moment, living a moment, connect with a movie that I was enjoying for an hour, 2 hours. So that's good question. Always from my childhood, since I started living on my own. Let's put it this way.
That's good. That's good. That's good. It's very important to have like a go-to place.
Totally.
Yes, so that you can just be. Yeah.
And
That's cool.
Now it's interesting as well because I'm a very busy. I love being busy. I love being doing things. Yeah, for example, the Magic Box takes me 24 hours of my day plus my job as well, my full-time job. And also, sometimes I just close my computer. Okay, you know what? It's time to go to the cinema now. It's the only time that I let myself forget about what I need to do, what all the interviews, editing, everything. It's the time where I let my life on the side for a minute, for these 2 hours or 1 hour and a half. Good question. I love it.
Good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Don't ever stop doing. What do you have like a do you have like a go-to genre of music? Movie, or would it be like action? Would it be a this? Would it be a that?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. I love drama. I love dramas.
Really?
Yeah, I love dramas, but at the same time as well, I love any kind of movie. I'm so easy with movie. I'm very easy. I love watch different kinds. And sometimes when I go with friends, I just go like, you pick one and I can go. I just let them pick one because I can just do it. But actually saying that, I love drama. I love those you know, Marvels, like X-Men, all those movies that, you know, I love those movies as well. But any sad movies or happy movie, or, you know, those feel-good movies, all of them. I think I like all of them. But I tend to go to drama, something that I'm gonna, you know, get involved in it, or I'm gonna see something. So yeah, dramas are, it could be like a good drama or a melancholic drama or a life, you know, journey that people they are going. Something could be
a biography of a true story. Do you like true stories?
True stories as well, yes. But sometimes just just, you know, when those dramas, when the director intrigues you, make you try to understand.
Makes you think.
Yeah, that's what as well. I love it. So yeah, that's the kind of move that I go for.
Very interesting. That's very interesting.
Did you like the interview, André?
I loved it. I loved it. I love your energy. You're such a nice person. You're very like engaging, very good questions. You are sitting on the other side, but I can feel your energy. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time, for being so kind and so sweet as well, and accept my invitation. I really appreciate it. Thank you. But
thank you so much for asking me.
Before you go, if you can share a positive message or something that you live by.
So something that I live by is every day is a new day. Every day is a clean slate. It's a new page, and your day will be what you make of it.
Wow! So let's make it count.
You have it. Yes. Always make it count. Yes. Always try and have a good day. And I mean, we go through days where we have bad moments, and like I said, it's a moment. It's just a moment, and then we move on. Yes, but you have the choice to move on. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure connect with you, and you keep in touch.
Thank
Okay,
you.
it was a pleasure.
I
Thank
will
you.
definitely. Thank you, William. You must have a lovely evening.
Take care. You too.
Okay, bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.